Hello everyone, welcome back to this week's Stash-tember update. So this is late. I apologize. I was sick all last weekend and most of this week. It's Thursday. I'm still feeling the effects. So I sound nasally and I'm stuffed up, but we're gonna get through it. I still wanna share what I've got going on. So I'm starting to get rid of the yarn that I have in my stash room or in my craft room, but I have a bunch of projects now that I have to find a place for. So I have to find a way to store them while I'm working throughout the month. So first up, and I know I said I wasn't going to share a bunch of blankets, but I have a baby blanket. I don't know what happened. I think I went through more sections of my craft room and stumbled upon this blue yarn, and decided to do something about it because it was like a really big ball of yarn. It was like a value sized ball of yarn. And I decided that I could make a baby blanket and I could do it with this this variegated yarn over here. So what happened is my original plan was to do half of the blanket alternating the blue and the variegated. And then on the other half, do the solid blue so that it looked kind of like half and half. And I thought it would make a really good baby blanket and then just do some kind of alternate color around the border. But I didn't calculate my yarn, like I didn't judge my yarn well enough. I was more concerned with the variegated yarn kind of using up the variegated yarn just because I had no idea what I was going to do with it. And then I wasn't really paying attention to the blue. So I ended up running out of the blue and then facing what do I do with the rest, right? And I had a bunch of colors that I didn't really feel like they went. And I ended up just deciding on this taupe and cream. The cream is held double. Yeah, so I held the cream double so that it wasn't so stark white, with like this like light heatherish gray and ivory to soften it up a little bit. So I did get rid of quite a bit of yarn with this. I'm just not sure how I feel about the colors. So I guess if you know how you feel, you can let me know. I asked my daughter what she thought about it, and she said the same. She didn't really know how she felt about it. But instead of not liking the taupe and the cream, she didn't really like this side of the blanket. So she did tell me she thought that somebody would like it. Maybe she just doesn't like it. But if you have an opinion, you like it, you don't like it, whatever, I would be interested to hear about it in the comments, because I honestly really don't know what to think about it. I like it, but at the same time I feel like, you know, when you make something and you had a plan for it, it didn't come out, and then you're a little bit disappointed. So I feel like that feeling is clouding my judgment. If I were to see it, how would I feel about it if I didn't know what my plan was? So that's my first finished, and since we're on the blanket train, I did share this as a stash blanket that I was making for a baby. And the person, the friend that I'm giving it to already did have her baby, but I did finish seaming this. I've seamed in most of the ends, but the tail seemed to be the longest thing ever. So I just have to, I have them all tucked. I just need to trim, and then I want to give it a wash before I gift it. And if you did see this video, I shared that it was started before Stash-tember, while I was deciding to get through my yarn, but also like before I decided to do the videos and share it. But I didn't yet finish it. So I wanted to throw it in there just to get it finished because it was 100% stash yarn. I wanted to include it in the project. So there's another one. And I was really pleased with the way this blanket turned out. These colors look really cute together, and I don't think that I would have thought of putting them together if I hadn't seen them like in her color like family that she was, you know, she had with her baby registry. So I'm sorry, I keep on losing my train of thought. I have such bad brain fog. But okay, so third thing is this short sleeve sweater tee. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't really know what it would be considered. I know I've seen people call these boleros. To me, it's like a short sleeved tee, and it's sweater material. It's something that you can wear in the fall. I don't think it'd be appropriate for summer. I think you'd be hot, but in the winter, I think you could just pair it up and layer it with like a fitted like turtleneck or something like that, and just wear it like that for the colder season. So this is a design that I came up with. I have a video out there that is design, I think I called them Design With Me, and this is the crochet sweater Design With Me. I have part 1 out there. I just have to put out part 2. But I'm very pleased with how this turned out. It's all Stash yarn. You can see I have black over here, red over here. I was playing yarn chicken, and I came to the decision that I was going to do one side red, one side black, and then on the other side do the opposite, black, red. Now I did that because I wasn't really sure how much I had of the black, but it turns out I had plenty of the black, and I probably could have done all of the rest of the sweater in the black, but I do like the half and half. So it gives it a little bit of an interesting flair, and I'm going to make another version of this with long sleeves. So this was originally supposed to have long sleeves, but when I was designing it and I was trying it on, I really liked it short sleeve. So I'm going to try something slightly different for a long sleeve version and see how that turns out. But I think I will be writing up a pattern on this, either sharing it, like posting it on Ravelry or Etsy or something, or doing that. I don't think I'm going to do a tutorial other than kind of like a recipe. Like I'll share the recipe of how I came to this, but I'm not going to do like an overhead film how to. I don't think I'm skilled enough for that. So if you like this, I guess look out for that. And this sweater is that purple mesh sweater that I shared in one of my videos. I've gotten down to the cuff area, and I did share I had 3, and this is the end of the 3. I'll probably not get too much further than the cuff, but I did find 2 more skeins in my stash. So I think in the last video I said I didn't think I'd be able to do 2 long sleeves, and I was a little bit bummed about that because I wanted a full length sleeve. I just didn't know how it was going to look quarter length. So I paused on the sweater because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I like the quarter sleeves, and maybe I have this yarn, and I felt like maybe I had more of the yarn, but I wasn't quite sure. So I just kind of set it off to the side and started working on some other things. And I was going through my baskets and I found those 2, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, now I can do long sleeves. And I will have plenty left over. And I actually put them in my granny pullover bag. So I have this bag that when the fiber is like wearable types fiber, and I have a stash, it's like a, you know, weight 3 or something like that. I put it in a bag in one of the lower bins that have the natural fiber contents. And even though this does have acrylic in it, I knew I wanted to include this in the granny pullover because I love the color so much. So I must have just stuffed it in there being like, maybe the main color will be purple, boom. And just didn't think anything of it. So I have enough to do the long sleeves, and then I have plenty to include it as a main color for the granny pullover that I have planned for the future. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm still working on the shawl, the gift shawl. And it's almost done. It's just one of those things that I started with a bunch of pizzazz, pep in my step, and then every time I started working on it, I started like just kind of not making too much progress or not really sticking with it for very long. So it was really slow going after for some reason. I think part of the reason is the hook. And I don't mean to like blame my tools or whatever, but not that my hand hurts, but something about the grippy hook. It's like maybe I hold my hook weird, but it just get kind of tired of holding it. So I don't know if it's the hook that makes me dread the project. Probably not. But I feel like this type of a hook is better for an overhand, like the pencil grip crocheters where they crochet like this. And because I'm like an overhand grip, I'm like, where do I put my thumb? I'm always moving my thumb. This isn't my favorite hook, but even though I bought it and I like absolutely love the handle, so I'll probably continue to use it. And I have another 7 ml, but I always lose it. I still don't know where it is to this day. I think I'll probably uncover it when I get through more stuff, but this is the last thing. I'm really pleased with this, even though it's been taking me forever. But when I was working on it last night because I was like, I have to finish this. No reason I can't finish this. I was realizing that this is really not that much. This is maybe 3 rows tops of the yarn left over. So there's no reason that I can't finish this today. And I think I could maybe finish this. Maybe I could finish that by tomorrow, which is the cutoff for the Stash-tember. And then one thing that I haven't shared yet, I don't think I've shared it yet, is the tote bag that I was designing for my daughter. And I don't know if I'm going to finish that, but I really want to try to finish that for her because I know she's been wanting one. So I want to see I want to do the shawl, I want to do the bag, the tote bag for my daughter, and then I want to try to get this mesh sweater done. The one thing that I didn't get a chance to share or really like work on that much in Stash-tember was the turtleneck. So my plan is anything that I have whips left over from Stash-tember, I'm going to bring them over to the Stash-tober series when I share those videos. And I'm just going to share them as, you know, September or Stash-tember whips that I'm finishing up. And then I do want to do some sweaters. I don't know, it takes me a long time to do, well, it doesn't take me a long time to do sweaters, but when you're talking about like sharing a weekly update and stuff like that, I don't know how many sweaters I could really pump out in October. But I do want to get more sweater type things in October because this is prime time for all of those crochet sweaters and things like that. So other than what I'm going to carry over for Stash-tember or from Stash-tember into Stash-tober, I'm not really sure. I think I have like 1 or 2 like high headers that I really want to finish. But they're selfish projects. They're like things that I want to do for me. And then after Stash-tober, I want to get through some whips. I have some whips that have just been laying around that I haven't finished. Some pretty large ones. Like I have a blanket that needs seaming, which I just don't want to do it. But it needs to be done. So that's something that I want to do as well. I want to get through some of the whips. And really, this bin right here is some odd things. Like I think I have, what is this? Oh no. This is a bunny. I don't know how that got in there. That's not even a crochet thing. But there's some projects that just need seamed up. One project, it was an early sweater that I designed and I made it too small. So I asked my daughter recently, like, hey, do you like this? Do you want me to seam this up for you? And she ended up liking it. She just wants me to take the V up. Because I layer things. She's not really a big fan of layering things, so she wants me to just make the V neck kind of come up a little more, which I can with the way I did it because I kind of did it like poncho style. So yeah, those are my upcoming plans. And tomorrow, it kind of has to be tomorrow because that's the last day of September, I'll film and post a video for sharing everything that was completed in Stash-tember and what's going to be brought over to Stash-tober officially. But I'm pretty sure that I know what's going to get brought over into Stash-tober. And then I'll kind of share my Stash-tober plans when I finally figure it out. So until then, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for making it this far in the video if you have. And if you enjoy these little, project update chats, subscribe or like, whatever you would like to do. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.